guys, today we are back, and you may already guess we are doing Sheraman Empire back in 2023. Basically, not much changed, but we cancelled the alliance, United Nations, NATO, EU, CSTO, even BRICS, even we cancelled. Uh, BRICS members being Russia, China, South Africa, Brazil, uh, India, those being BRICS members. Oh, oops. And yeah, let's begin. Firstly, as we can guess, um, German plans for world. Basically, the Sherman Empire planet on uh, actually, wait, what? What exactly I see it here? Iceland, the British occupied nation. That's new. Whatever. Basically, yeah, I know this already here. Basically, the Sherman Empire planned were on all these worlds, but we aren't doing that. Instead, we are doing something smaller because we can't do all the world. Sherman Empire already on Denmark so much, so it's easy to invade all leftovers. Now, no one could mess with German Empire because he is owning the Baltic Coast Line's entry, and basically he can just block countries' entry by those lands. And yeah, Sweden and Norway, you two could still go somewhere, I don't know where. But Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania will be blocked. But so basically, Poland is already landlocked, like Belarus. Now, as we can notice, Poland somehow you're just dying and reborning every time. How this happened, I don't know, but it happens. Now, as we can see, Poland, you have been pushed really far inwards, and even Warsaw is captured, and this made you collapse. And basically, all the Poland and Denmark city names were changed to more German style city names. Now, as we can see, all the Poland is now German empires. Basically, I didn't include all the colonized Germans because No, really, but people didn't know about those. So I let they stay as independents. I think I do nextly the British Empire reborn in the 2023. But right now we can see the old movement reborning. Basically, here is already wall, and here is just little number of soldiers. So what German Empire did use Netherlands or Dutch. I don't know why they have two names, Belgium and even Luxembourg, to enter the all Benelux and use those to get in France. Now Paris is captured and France saw Germans thousands of troops and tanks entering, so this happened. Basically, France gave it up. And basically, much didn't change, but still things happened. Now let me do better border. France, you lost really much lands and gave it Germans really much, and Beneluxians, you're fully Germans now. You can see the Germans had made so much different looking than the days when they were. Now, Germans, you didn't give up so easily. You wanted to expand further, so you made this, captured Lithuania's capital, but made Lithuania collapse. Captured Latvia's capital, what made Latvia collapse. And now with Estonia, weakest Baltic nation ever, but you still you push it in. You captured the capital, so they collapsed too, like others, because they were really weak. And Baltics, they are really weak too. So now, Sherman, you came at yourself as borders with Russia and as Nazi control things, it is what it is. And Nazi rule is made to destroy all the communists. And you want to do this, but you think you're too weak. So instead, going in against Russia, you just help a little bit Russia. Ukraine has made really much pushbacks. Now, as we can see, Germans entered Ukraine and Russia. You didn't get supports any of the Germans, so you were different side now. Now, as we can see, Germans started pushing really further in Ukraine. America is of course confused how this happened, but he can't do anything against this because there isn't NATO what stops this or United Nations. Now we can see those pushes were getting further closer to Kiev and captured Kiev. Now, some troop of Shermans made landing of Odessa and cutting Ukraine half. This half already collapsed. Now, these troops started pushing northern ways, and those started getting southern ways. And now we can see they connected up and started further pushing in Ukraine. Ukraine army is already trying to capture Kiev. So what Germans did, they planned to make this direction, sending some troops here. Ukrainians started pushing those back. Now Germans start pushing here and made circumvents. And basically there is so many Ukraine armies now. They started pushing inwards to the. We can see Ukraine surrendered just name of Sheremans, but war didn't end it. Sheremans, you started pushing inwards of Russia. Now we can see the Crimea started to getting lost. Germans started pushing in with all of Ukraine. Now Crimea is captured by Germans. Now Russia, you're scared because Germans started doing pushes closer to St. Petersburg and already captured this. And they are closer to Moscow too. So you saw they are making pushes in Moscow too and already being on Moscow gates. Now, instead just stopping, you ask it one ally in, but you got only one. You ask it more allies, but they refuse join it because this is Sherman and Minsky is already captured. That were easy. Sherman already got Belarus out. Now you made just their border of Belarus more wider of Shermans. Now they started pushing further to the. They got in fully of Moscow and Russia surrendered, hoping the best. And the best were this thing. You lost really much lands, and Germans claimed those under their rule. Now we can see Germans made you literally lost so many things and even lost some allies. Now I need to repaint all those borders and those white dots. What is so annoying to stay on those maps. Now let me finish painting those in. We can see German expansion on Europe were really success. They are originally the most biggest every country in Europe, except this part of Russia, what promised to break away. But instead, break away, Germans asked them to join German Empire, and they accept this. Basically, Russia, you lost all Europeans' lands, and gave it even Germans more sea access. They have now Arctic Sea. And numbers of Arctic Sea, they own about this. Baltic Sea, they own about this. Now Atlantic, they own about this. Black Sea, they own about this. Basically, lots of coastline. Now we can see they didn't stop there. They did wanna expand further. So for sure, all those cities what were in Germans annexed that they were changed names to more German style. Now Finland capital is lost. Visby, you're lost. Now Stockholm is lost. And basically Finland and Sweden were so weak to do something. And instead they were annexed, fully annexed as Germans. Now we can see Germans being more huge than used to be. And owning more lands. And they even annexed Moldova with base deals. That made Moldova fully under German control. Now we can see Germans did the same thing on those foreign nations. Now they are under German control. Now Germans got the idea to make Italian Nazi too. But instead, Italians refused to be Nazi, and this happened. Basically, this island here gave it from France to Italians. Now you can see pushes inwards were made, and Rome you're already captured. So Italia, you had no ways to survive. Now you had chance to did what Germans asked and become Nazi, and you refused this. Now you lost literally so many lands. And that made you even annexed Vatican, but still owning Rome. Now all the Rome, and with Germans, they are next to San Marino too, and lands of yours. And now some little annexments were made. Basically, those countries were scared, so they asked to join German Empire. Now Serbia were only communists left in Europa, over all the Europa. So, what Germans did? Well, invasion on Serbia and already captured the capital. So, Serbia, you're screwed. Really screwed. It doesn't exist anymore. You're just German's territory. Now, you can see the Germans expansion were made, and Switzerland were annexed with Liechtenstein to the name of German Empire. Now we can see Germans were really expanded much, and basically they still want to expand. They annexed those three to get annexed the border with Iran, who is actually communist. So you're really ready to invade Iran too. Now you invaded Iran, as this time communists were made alliance. If one member of communists get invaded, then all of them will join. Now Vietnam didn't want to be in there, but they said you are in this or else. And basically this made all those members in. Now Russia, you're already weakened, so you had no chance to give up. I don't plan events those islands in Iran, you lost capital. Now Afghanistan, you're unstabilized. Now Kazakhstan, you were easy because your coastline is most important. Now Uzbekistan, you quit it. Turkmenistan, you surrendered. Uzbekistan, you got fully invaded. And basically, slow out at the time, only China be left. You just surrendered Vietnam, you got annexed it too. And as this ended, borders changed. Really much borders changed. But some countries didn't have any border changes, but some did. So we can see many borders were changed up. And Nazi power began further expanded. We can see Nazis from Europe, they expanded in Asia. Now they are ritually called as the stupidest country in the earth. And America memes made the president, whose name I can't really say, angry. And those memes were about this president, so this happened. And already Washington DC captured, New York captured, BME captured, 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 and fall of America. So basically, some borders didn't change South America, but actually no borders changed. Instead, America really worst news of yours. You aren't allowed to make any memes anymore of the powers. Instead, you just need to make memes about Democrats and Communistians. So this made America as puppet name of Sherman Empire. But Sherman promised to soon annex full America too. Now we can see Greenland. You just become a part of Sherman Empire. Now Iceland similarly. You, both of you wanted to be Shermans, and those islands of Russians were now Shermans too. And those small islands, what I can't paint into all them is Shermans too. Now the one part is done. Now Sherman, you annex those countries. Balkan region doesn't exist anymore. There's only Sherman Empire on there, and Greece left. He was just asked to be Sherman Empire friend as Nazi. But Sherman refused and just asked them nicely to join them with Cyprus, and they agreed that as long as their government never changed, and Sherman agreed this too. So basically, they can keep their government as they wanna. Now, Turkey, you just were scared and joined it. Now, those borders changed map were made. Sherman, you're really giant. And with those who being so weakened by this war, they actually had no chance, only unite. And oh boy, there's a lots of them. Even Pakistan were named of that. Basically, they are too weak to stand of their self, so they unite to be more powerful and stand for their self. And basically, a lot of them being of communistians united. Now, Kazakhstan even asked do they need his help, and they said, yes, please. So Kazakhstan just united with them to make them more powerful. So now, Norway, you just asked, could you join German Empire? German Empire said, sure, we can take you. Now, German Empire expansion further made. That mean more Germans city names all around the earth. Even Russia need to change their city names more German style. China, same thing. North Korea, same thing. And North Korea, you have to be a Nazi and be China, same thing. And this, they didn't actually want to be a Nazi. Now, this is it. Hopefully you guys liked this video. I plan to do more videos of those, but right now I don't know when I do next one. Hopefully I see you in the next one. Bye.